Hi there, my name is Kat Kibben, and I run a company called 3earsmedia. We teach recruiters how to write, and in this series, I'm testing out different augmented writing tools to show you their capabilities for HR and recruiting teams. And so today, we're going to talk about the one that everyone is listening and hearing about right now. It's ChatGPT. And so ChatGPT is a massive resource. There are a lot of opportunities for recruiting, but let's talk a little bit about the job descriptions it can write. Now, ChatGPT, the thing I want you to remember is that their data set is everything that's on the internet, okay? That's basically everything before 2021 right now is accessible to you via ChatGPT. Now, how many great job postings have you read in the wild on the internet? Very few, right? So that's really the first thing I want you to consider when you're using ChatGPT to write a job posting is that it's probably going to sound a lot like everything that's already on the internet because that's the data source here. So stuff like this, I mean, if you really think that's better than something you could write as a person, saying something to another person, I guess you could use it, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of buzzword bingo here. Where I think it is helpful is if you don't understand the qualifications and requirements to make something compliant. For example, a nurse posting always has some of the same key requirements. And let's say you're just getting started. This might be really helpful to you so that you understand some screening questions about licensures, etc. Here's where ChatGPT goes a little wild. So, this is not my inspiration. I read about a similar test on the Textio blog, and they asked ChatGPT to write a job description for an HR manager that went to an HBCU, and then another for someone that went to Harvard. I'm going to pause right here to say those job descriptions should be the exact same. Where you went to college should not change the content of a job posting. However, when you read this posting, you'll see it's actually wildly different. In the first one for the HBCU, it says things like dynamic, innovative company committed to fostering diversity and inclusion within our organization. DEI is mentioned so many times in this post. I mean, again, here, right? And then when you get down to the Harvard grad, they are dedicated to excellence and innovation, who embodies the spirit, intellectual rigor. I don't think I see a mention of DEI in this post. And that is a significant problem. If you want to see the kinds of biases that ChatGPT is perpetuating, or if you've had any fears about it, you need to read up on that before using a tool like this, and you need to warn your team about it as well. Look at these results. There are a ton of tests that are going to show you how ChatGPT might just be recycling all of the bad things we already know exist in a more blatant way. So if you're looking to use ChatGPT, I would use it for mandatory requirements, especially on jobs that require licensures or something that would require you to do a ton of research to figure out exactly what's required. However, I don't think it's a good place to start, even with a template, because there's a lot of bias built in, and it's a lot harder to remove bias than to just create something that describes experiences and tells the story honestly without having to go in and remove all of this stuff that's happening because it's generated behind the scenes. So give ChatGPT a try. Tell me the use cases you're applying right now in the chat, and stay tuned for our next episode where we'll try another tool on augmented writing.